Hello everyone, welcome back to Math Isip, your YouTube channel that can help you in your mathematics lesson. Again, I am Teacher Van and tuturuan ko po kayo ngayon about angles formed by parallel lines cut by a transversal. But before we begin, let me just encourage everyone, kapag hindi pa po tayo nakakapag-subscribe, you can click the subscribe button and the notification bell para laging updated sa mga susunod pang mga lessons. And to our fellow teachers, if you are interested with our PowerPoint presentations, you can just message us and follow us on our Facebook page. Okay, so without further ado, let's now begin with our lesson. Okay, the learning competency involved in this lesson is to identify the relationships between angles formed by parallel lines cut by a transversal. So, in our previous video lesson, napag-aralan natin how to construct perpendicular and parallel lines. Okay, so try nating i-review kung ano yung definition ng perpendicular line. So I'm going to give you a few seconds to fill out yung mga blanks natin dito. What is the definition or what are perpendicular lines? Okay, so again, perpendicular lines are two lines that intersect to form a perfect 90-degree angle, correct? Also known as a right angle. So ito po yung mga real-life application natin. Next, how about parallel lines? So again, I'm going to give you a few seconds. Pag-isipan nyo po kung ano yung mga missing words natin dito sa definition. Okay, so again, parallel lines are straight lines in a plane that are always the same distance apart or yung tinatawag nating equidistant and never blank, okay, intersect or meet regardless of how far they are extended. So ito po yung mga real life application natin. It can be the electric wires natin, the lines, no? Parallel lagi yan para hindi magkasalubong yung mga current natin. Also, the solid yellow line na makikita sa gitna ng highway, no? And ito po yung ating figure for parallel lines. Okay, by the way, kung hindi nyo pa po napapanood yung previous lesson natin on construction of perpendicular and parallel lines, you can watch in our playlist. Okay, now this time, let's focus on these two images. Okay, so we have here parallel lines. Okay, and in our first image dito po, makikita natin yung mga linya ng kable. What if there is another line here that intersects all those parallel lines? So if we're going to zoom this out, kung merong airplane dun sa sky, and then as we can see, it creates a line, no? From its smoke. So makikita natin intersecting line siya. Now, how about this second image? What if there is a twig or a stick na nahulog dun sa highway, and we can see that this stick forms a line that intersects these two parallel lines. What else? We can also see those in the construction. Okay, as you can see, we have here another line that intersects the parallel lines here. Itong mga wood frames natin. Pwede rin sa, again, sa mga kable ng kuryente, no? We can see a lot of intersecting parallel lines. And in railroads like this one, nakikita natin yan. And pati nga sa ating mga notebook, if we have here the notebook and then we have here a pencil, makikita mo it's like a line that intersect those parallel lines. So the question is, have you noticed that when a line crosses parallel lines, the angles formed by a crossing line follow patterns? May nakikita ba kayong mga patterns dito sa ating mga images? Okay, let's see. By the way, itong mga intersecting lines po na ito, itong mga lines na yan, ang tawag po natin sa mga ito ay transversal. Okay? Ito po yung focus ng ating lesson for today. We're going to learn about transversals. Okay, so ano ba ang definition ng transversal? So, a transversal is a line that intersects two or more lines at different points. Okay? So, two or more po yan, ha? Pwedeng dalawa, pwedeng tatlo, or more. Okay? So, we have here an example of transversal. these are non-parallel lines. As you can see, we have here line S, and then we have line R, and we have here line T that intersects both of these two lines. So T is called a transversal for line S and line R. So pwedeng hindi parallel yung ating mga lines, or pwede rin namang parallel. So parallel lines naman ito. As you can see, we have here line M and then line N. T is a transversal for line M and line N. So there you go. So again, ang transversal hindi lang po siya sa parallel ha. Pwede rin po siya sa non-parallel lines. Okay, by the way, kailangan din nating malaman yung mga symbols na ginagamit dito. So we have these two symbols. Okay, as you can see, we have here line S. Ang basa po nito ay not parallel. So it means line S is not parallel to line R. As you can see, hindi naman po parallel tong dalawang line na yan. Next, dito naman, we will be using the parallel symbol. Ganito po ang itsura niya. Okay, it is read as M is parallel to line N. As you can see, obvious naman, parallel yung dalawang lines natin. Now, what if there's no symbols like this? Pero, merong ganito, no? As you can see, there are two arrows. Ang ibig sabihin po nito, ginagamit yan to show that these two lines are parallel, no? Kahit wala po itong symbol na to, pag wala po ito sa given, hindi naka-indicate. Nakita nyo yung image na merong ganitong symbols, may mga arrowheads dyan, ibig sabihin yung dalawang line na yan ay parallel, okay? Okay, question. When two lines are cut by a transversal, how many angles are formed? So, ilang angles po ang na-form natin? Okay, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ganon din po dito. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, there are always 8 angles formed by a transversal that cuts two lines. Okay? Let's now continue with our discussion. Kasi ang focus natin today is all about parallel lines muna. Okay? So, let's have angles formed by parallel lines cut by a transversal. So, ano yung mga angles na na-form natin? Okay, let's have this illustration. Okay, so we have here this figure. Ano po ang transversal line ulit dito? Okay, yes, the transversal is line T. Okay, and it cuts these two lines. We have here line M and then line N. And meron tayong makikitang arrowheads indicating that these two are parallel, no? At saka meron na rin po yung mga angles natin dyan, na label na po siya. Also, pwede rin naman na ang given is M is parallel to N. Kahit wala na po yung mga arrowheads, alam natin na parallel tong dalawa. The question is, what angle pairs can you see in this figure? Ano yung mga angle pairs natin dito sa figure na to? Okay, you might be asking, ano po yung angle pairs? Okay, remember, ang angle pairs na pag-aralan na po natin yan, in what grade level? Okay, it's actually in your grade 7 level. So, let's try to review. I-review natin yung mga angle pairs kung nakalimutan nyo na, no? Para mas maging fresh po sa ating isip. Lalo na at kakailanganin natin yan sa ating lesson today. Let's have the first angle pair. Okay, these angle pairs are in terms of relationship or yung measurement ng angles natin, yung sukat. So the first one is the congruent angles. Ano po ba ang ibig sabihin ng congruent angles? Okay, the definition of congruent angles are two angles are congruent if and only if they have the same degree measure. So like for example, angle A with measurement 40 degrees and then angle B with a measure of 40 degrees, they are congruent. Okay? We can write that in symbol. Angle A is congruent. Ito yung symbol ng ating congruent, no? Pag nakita nyo yan, ibig sabihin congruent. So angle A is congruent to angle B since the measurement of angle A is equal to the measurement of angle B. Okay? So, yun po yung congruent angles. Next, we also have complementary angles. Okay, two angles are complementary if and only if the sum of their degree measures is 90 degrees. Okay, katulad po dito sa ating model, we have here 50 degrees ang angle B and then 40 degrees naman ang angle A. So kahit magkahiwalay yan, they are still complementary angles kasi pag pinag-add mo, it will give you 90 degrees. Okay? Pwede rin po ito. We have here angle 1 and angle 2. Paano natin nasabing complementary angle tong dalawa? Because of this symbol. Yung box po natin dyan, it indicates that this is a 90 degree angle. So kung 90 degree angle yung buong angle 1 and 2, it means if you add them together, it will be a 90 degree angle. So complementary angles can be adjacent or non-adjacent as shown above. Symbols, angle A and angle B are complementary angles since the measurement of angle A plus the measurement of angle B is 90 degrees. Okay, ganun din po dito sa baba. Next one, we also have supplementary angles. So ano naman ang supplementary angles? So remember, supplementary angles, they are supplementary angles. The two angles are supplementary if and only if the sum of their degree measures 180 degrees. So ito po yung ating mga models. Pwedeng magkahiwalay ulit, non-adjacent. We have 50 degrees tsaka 130 degrees. No? Pag pinag-add mo yan, it will be 180. Okay? Ganon din po dito. We have angle 1 and angle 2. Paano natin nasabi na pag pinag-add natin to ay 180? Remember, the measurement of the angle formed by a straight line is 180 degrees. This is what we call the straight angle, no? So, ganun ulit yung ating symbol. Angle A and angle B are supplementary angles since the measurement of angle A plus the measurement of angle B is equal to 180 degrees. Okay, before we continue, I understand sometimes medyo nalilito pa tayo dito sa complementary and supplementary. Minsan napagbabaliktad natin. But if you remember our lesson in grade 7, meron akong tinuro na technique or hint para mas ma-memorize natin. In case na nakalimutan. Halimbawa, itong word na complementary, it starts with letter C. But if we're going to put some stick or line dito, no? Lagyan natin ng line dyan. So ano yung makikreate nating number dyan? We can create actually number 9 and then 0. So that's 90, no? Para matandaan natin na ang complementary angles is 90 degrees. Now, how about supplementary angles? If you notice, meron tayong S dito, but if we're going to connect these two, pwede tayong makabuo ng 8, number 8. And then ito, U, lagyan lang natin ng arc sa taas, pwede nang maging 0. Tapos lagyan natin ng isang line dyan. We can read this as 180 or 180. So yun, pwede natin gamitin tong technique as mnemonics para hindi natin makalimutan kung alin dyan ang 90 at alin dyan ang 180 degrees. Alright. Okay, tuloy lang natin yung review natin for angle pairs. This time in terms of position naman siya. Not necessarily na yung sukat ng mga angles. Okay, so we have the first one. We have the adjacent angles. Anong ibig sabihin ng adjacent? Okay, adjacent angles are two angles with a common vertex and a common side, but no common interior points. I usually describe this as next to each other. Magkadikit lang sila, no? So we have here angle 1 tsaka angle 2. Angle 1 and angle 2 are adjacent with the same vertex A and common side which is ray AC or side AC. Ano pa? Pwede rin non-adjacent, no? Pero ito kasing non-adjacent, magkahiwalay. Hindi sila, they do not share a common vertex and a common side. So, they are not adjacent. Ang tawag natin dyan is non-adjacent. Ganun din dito. So, we have here angle 5 and angle 6. They are also non-adjacent. Although they share a common side, ito po, but they do not share a common vertex. Okay, next angle pairs in terms of position is the linear pair. So remember, this linear pair is a special one. because it's a combination of other angle pairs. Ano po ang ibig sabihin nito? Two angles form a linear pair if and only if they are adjacent, tandaan, and their non-common sides are opposite rays. Okay, so kung makikita natin, we have here this angle ABD or angle 1. And then we have here angle DBC or angle 2. So angle 1 and angle 2 are linear pair. They are adjacent angles with non-common sides BC, okay, BC and BA, which are opposite rays, okay? And ang relationship nung dalawang ito, they are supplementary. Ibig sabihin, if you add those two angles, the measure of those two angles, it will give you 180. Yun po yung tinatawag nating linear pair. Okay, last angle pair in terms of position dito sa ating review is the vertical angles. Ano po ang vertical angles? Two angles are vertical angles if and only if they are the non-adjacent angles formed by two intersecting lines. So, ganito po yan, just two intersecting lines. Makakabuo siya ng ilang angles? 4 na angles. Wherein angle 1 and angle 3, they are vertical angles. Ano pa po? Angle 2 and angle 4, they are vertical angles. So if two intersecting lines, if two lines intersect, makakabuo sila ng dalawang pair ng vertical angles. Ang vertical angles, tandaan, they are congruent, meaning the measure of angle 1 is equal to the measure of angle 3 and the measure of angle 2 is equal to the measure of angle 4. I usually describe this as the angles formed by scissors. No, kapag yung gunting, inopen natin, kung ano yung angle dito sa blade, ganun din dun sa angle na na-form sa mga handles niya. Okay? So that's how you remember vertical angles. Okay, now that we are done with our review, pwede na nating balikan yung ating figure kanina, the parallel lines cut by a transversal. And the question is, what angle pairs can you see in this figure? Okay, so basing from our review, you can name some of them. Okay, so pwede nyong i-name using these labels. You can do that in the comment section, or you can even pause this video to answer that in your paper, no? Para ma-identify nyo lang kung ano yung mga angle pairs. So perhaps your answers are, for example, itong angle 1 and angle 2, they are adjacent angles and they are also supplementary because they form a 180 degrees, or they can even be called linear pairs, no? Ano pa po, pwedeng yung 1 and 3, they are vertical angles, as well as with 2 and 4, they are vertical angles. Ganon din po dito, 5 and 8, pwedeng sabihin natin they are adjacent angles, they are supplementary angles, and they are linear pair. Same with 6 and 7, no? And what are the vertical angles here? We have 6 and 8, and then 5 and 7. They are vertical angles. And we can also say that angle 5 and angle 7 are congruent because they are vertical. So lahat ng mga vertical angles natin, we can say that they are congruent because their measure are equal. Madaming pwedeng mga angle pairs na makikita natin dito sa transversal that cut two parallel lines. Alright? Okay, bukod sa mga angle pairs na na-review natin, there are actually more angle pairs na pwede nating mabuo and relationships as well formed by parallel lines cut by a transversal. Okay, so let's begin. Let's have first this figure. Going back to this figure, and we know that line M and line N are parallel. Ano yung mga angle relationships na pwede nating makuha dito? Okay, so by the way, yung mga gagamitin nating terms dito dapat familiar tayo. So first, we can say that this part here, ito yung mga angles na angles on the same side. So we can have 2, 3, 6, and 7. These are same side angles, no? So these are angles on the right, and then these are the angles on the left. So we have 1 and 4, 5 and 8. Lahat yan ay nasa iisang side. Side nung ating transversal. Okay? Bukod dyan, meron din tayong tinatawag na mga angles dito sa exterior. Okay, nandito sila sa labas or outside. Outside nung dalawang parallel lines. Okay? So ito yung mga angle 1, angle 2, angle 8, tsaka angle 7. Now, yung nasa loob naman, ito, ang tawag natin sa mga angles na yan ay interior or the angles between these two lines or these two parallel lines. We have angle 4 and 3, 5 and 6. Lahat yan ay interior. Nasa loob sila nung parallel lines. Okay? So you have to be familiar with those terms. Now, let's begin with these angle relationships. Unahin natin itong corresponding angles. Ano pong ibig sabihin ng corresponding angles? So when you say corresponding angles, these are the angles that lie on the same side of the transversal and on the same side of the two lines. So ano yung mga angles na yon? These are the examples. We have angle 1. Ang partner niya is angle B. Ang tawag sa kanila ay corresponding angles. So again, angle 1 and angle 5 are corresponding angles. They are on the same side. Nasa left side sila ng transversal. And then nasa taas sila ng mga parallel lines natin. Next, aside from angle 1 and angle 5, we also have angle 2 and angle 6. They are also corresponding, okay? Nasa isang side ng transversal and nasa iisang side lang din ng mga parallel lines natin. So, we also have here 3 and 7. They are corresponding as well. And what else? 4 tsaka yung 8. So, these are all the examples of corresponding angles. And what is the relationship with each other? They are actually congruent. Ibig sabihin, their measures are equal. So, the measurement of angle 4 tsaka yung angle 8, parehas po yan. Equal. So, ang keyword natin, same position at the two intersections. Those are the corresponding angles. Okay, next one is the alternate interior angles. Ano naman pong ibig sabihin nito? So, these are non-adjacent angles that lie on opposite sides of the transversal and they lie between the two lines. So, ibig sabihin, ito po yung mga examples natin. We have 3, angle 3 at saka angle 5. Bakit tinawag na alternate? Kasi nasa magkaibang side sila nung transversal. Nasa right itong 3, nasa left naman itong 5. And they both belong to the interior part or nasa in between the two parallel lines sila. Kaya tinawag na interior angles. So aside from 3 and 5, ano pa po ang nakikita nating alternate interior dyan? We also have angle 4 at saka yung angle 6. Okay, meron pa po ba? Okay, wala na. So remember, the relationship this time, parehas pa ang kanilang angles sa tingin nyo? Okay, correct. They are also congruent. Their measurement is equal. Okay, ang clue natin, tandaan, pag sinabing alternate interior angle, we can use inside, opposite sides, at saka equal. Equal yung measurement. That's why they are congruent. Okay, next one. Kung meron tayong alternate interior, meron din tayong alternate exterior naman. Exterior angles meaning nasa labas. Okay, so angles that lie on the opposite sides of the transversal and lie outside the two lines. So examples natin dyan is yung angle 1 and then angle 7. As you can see, they are on different sides. Nasa right si 7, nasa left naman si 1. And they are outside. Okay, nandito sila sa exterior ng ating parallel lines. Aside from 1 and 7, ano pa po yung nakikita nating alternate exterior dyan? Okay, yes, we have angle 2 and then angle 8. Okay, meron pa po ba? Okay, wala na. What is their relationship? Are they equal or congruent? Yes, they are congruent. The measurement of their angles are equal. Okay, so ano yung mga keywords natin? Outside, opposite sides, and equal. So yun po ang alternate exterior angle. Okay, next angle pairs, we have here the same side or the consecutive interior angles. Pag sinabi nating same side, pwede rin natin siyang tawagin as consecutive. Okay, so ano yung definition nito? These are angles that lie on the same side of the transversal and lie between the two lines. Okay, so example, we have here 3 and then 6. Bakit same side? Parehas na nasa right ng transversal natin yan. And bakit tinawag na consecutive? Halos magka-dikit lang sila, no? So, they are next to each other. So, we have here 3 and 6. Ano pa po? We also have here 4 and 5. Okay, kung si 3 and 6 nasa right, si 4 and 5 nasa left naman ng transversal. Okay, meron pa po ba? Wala na. Tong dalawang to lamang. So, ano ang relationship nila? Are they congruent? Do you think these two angles are the same? Okay, hindi po. Hindi sila parehas. Actually, if you're going to add them, it will be 180. Kaya ang tawag natin dyan, supplementary angles. If you add those two angles, magiging 180 degrees. Okay, ang mga keywords natin dyan, pwede natin gamitin tong inside, same side, and their sum is 180 degrees. Okay, now kung merong same side interior angles, meron ding tinatawag na same side exterior naman. Okay, so nasa labas naman sila ng parallel lines. So these are angles that lie on the same side of the transversal and lie outside the two lines. So for example, we have here angle 1 at saka angle 8, parehas na nasa right side, left side ng ating transversal, and then they are both outside the parallel lines. So we have angle 1 and angle 8. Ano pa po? We also have angle 2 and angle 7. Okay? So their relationship, just like the same side interior angles, parehas po ba yan? Hindi po. Hindi po sila congruent. Actually, they are supplementary. So ano yung mga keyword natin? They are outside, they are on the same side, and their sum is 180 degrees. Okay, so yun po yung mga angle relationships and angle pairs na nabuo by parallel lines cut by a transversal. Okay, I hope naintindihan nyo yung mga discussions natin. Para matest kung naintindihan nyo, I have here an activity for you to answer. You can study the figure here and then complete each item by naming the angle pair or pairs or identifying the relationship. Nandito po yung mga sasagutan natin. So part A, let's name the angle pairs na naka-indicate dito. Okay, pwedeng isa, dalawa, or mas madami, no? Dito naman sa part B, we will just identify the relationship. Ganon din po sa side C. And remember, ang relationship, it can only be described using these words. Pwedeng congruent, pwedeng complementary, pwedeng supplementary. These are the relationships, okay? So I hope you can answer this, and if you do, you can check this with your teachers, especially if they are using our PowerPoint presentations. So, okay, but for now, thank you very much for listening. I hope meron ulit tayong natutunan sa ating video lesson. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you again on our next lesson. Ang next lesson natin is to determine the measures of angle pairs and angles that is formed by parallel lines cut by transversal. So for now, thank you and God bless po muna sa ating lahat.
Kung meron kang natutunan sa video na ito, please click the subscribe button to support this channel para mas matulungan ulit kita sa mga susunod mo pang math lessons. Lagi mong tatandaan, ang math ay para sa lahat. At ako si Teacher Van, nagsasabing dito sa Math Isip, lamang ang nag-iisip. God bless and see you on the next video. Bye-bye.